I'm Sarah, I'm the Master Colour Expert and Creative Director here at Bark Hair, and welcome to Hairspace. Today we're doing part 3 of our Supermarket versus Salon series, and we're going to be talking about colour, specifically going dark. Now, you might be thinking that going dark is really super easy and you can just waltz into the supermarket, pick up something off the shelf and know that you're going to get an amazing colour. Wrong. Now, I'm not just saying that because I'm a hairdresser and I think that coming to a professional is really important. It actually is a really, really tricky world to negotiate. There are two things you need when you do a tint generally, a developer and your colour. So your developer is what gets all the ingredients in this lovely colour tube started. So the colour tube got your pigments, it's got your alkalizers, which is what works with the developer to open up the cuticle in your hair and let those colour pigments get inside, open up and fill your hair with gorgeous, glorious colour. Now, choosing the right developer is really important. There are quite a few varieties of peroxide kind of level that you can choose from. When you pick a colour from the supermarket, you just get what's in the box. When you go to the salon, we can actually choose the right one for you. So when it comes to grey coverage, we recommend using 6%, as do all of the colour companies. The reason for that is it's the perfect amount of lifting ability when mixed with the colour to just get it enough to open up the cuticle and then let all of those pigments get in there and lock in there. So if you go too high with it, you risk actually those pigments not being able to stick in there as well because the lightening is too high and you're not going to get the lovely depth of colour that you need in grey hair. Going darker, also, you don't need to lighten it up as much to go darker. So 6% is the perfect choice if you want to go darker, if you want grey coverage, or if you just don't need to have that much lift in your hair. Unfortunately, if you go to the supermarket, there are virtually no brands that have 6% in them. I only found one in my search, and that's through every single box of colour in there. One brand had 6% as their grey coverage option. So what that tells us is that if you pick up a box of colour, you are most likely going to be choosing a colour that is not right for you. The developer's not going to be the right for you, particularly if you're getting this for grey coverage. They all say give you 100% grey coverage, but I know from experience that using 9%, which is what this colour is using in there, does not give you amazing grey coverage. It also, if you have got dark hair already on the ends, it might end up that your roots are lighter than the ends in there because tint won't lighten tint on your ends, but it will lighten that fresh hair on the roots. If you have any greys in there, it'll leave those nice and translucent so that you have bright roots, dark ends, and probably a bit sad that you didn't have the beautiful colour that you were expecting. The other thing that can happen is if you keep using 9% on your ends over and over again when you don't need to, is that you might end up damaging your hair a lot more. So something like this together, we're choosing exactly what you need. Something like this, you're really crossing your fingers and hoping for the best, which is really not how we like to approach our colour. So I'm off for a minute to try out our supermarket versus our salon. See you in a minute. these colours are both really beautiful, because nobody said that your supermarket colour couldn't look good. They are definitely very different. So where we've got our salon colour, you've got a really beautiful, intense coverage. It's a lovely natural tone, what we would expect from a natural colour. And if you actually look at the swatch of this colour on the colour chart, it would be pretty close to this. This colour, if you match it up to the back of the box, not close to that one. If you were looking here, again, it's not a really good match to any of these colours. So, you know, if this was what you were expecting, this is probably not what you were hoping you would get. It's a gorgeous colour, but, you know, coverage on your grey hair, I think you'd probably find it would be a little bit translucent, because you can see there's a lot more sort of lightness in here than this other colour, which for that sort of chocolate brown that it said, it's probably not what you're after. And again, you probably can't quite see it on here, but there is a slight sort of violet-y tone to this, which again, not what I'd be wanting if I wanted my natural hair. So in the end, yes, it is going to be more expensive getting your hair done at the salon, but what you're getting for that is a really beautiful expert opinion for somebody who cares about your hair and wants to give you the best possible outcome. So they're going to choose a colour that's going to do what you want. They're going to choose something that's going to keep your hair in really beautiful condition, and they're going to have a plan for you moving forward so you can keep your hair looking beautiful all the time. Going to the supermarket, on the other hand, it might only cost you $15, but unless you get really lucky, you're probably not going to get what you want. You're probably not going to get all your greys covered, and there's a pretty good chance you're going to end up damaging your hair long term if you continue to do it, which means that if you decide to lighten your hair anytime in the future, which is what we'll be talking about in our next episode, you might be coming into some trouble. So join us next week when we talk about going lighter using supermarket versus salon products. And in the meantime, you can find us on Instagram at barkhair, on Facebook at barkhair.com.au, or you can call us in salon if you want to make an appointment to see one of our really amazing experienced stylists. So until next week, I'll see you then. Bye!